We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey, see, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but Niners. Nothing but Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing but we them nothing but Niners. I'ma do it. Click, click, boo. What's going on, man? It's your boy 49ers Breezy and my man 49ers Mike _NFL. Listen, man, we're going to kick off the formalities real quick. Mike is out there in that crazy weather driving. I think it's a storm out there in the Jersey area. So we are here bringing you another show. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, man. We need to get our likes up. Get those numbers up, man, as we bring you great 49ers content. Make sure you guys are following us on Twitter and Snapchat at Nothing But Niners. That's at Nothing But Niners on Twitter and Snapchat. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Nothing But Niners, spelled all the way out. So make sure you guys are going ahead and doing that, man. We're posting cool content up there and things are getting popping off there, man. You guys can also log onto our website, www.nothingbutniners, spelled all the way out.com, and you guys will get the latest news, man. Season's about to kick off, so you're going to want to know what's going on inside the camps and all those things. We're going to talk about some of that on the show today, so make sure you go ahead and do that. And if you guys want to email us any ideas, email us your fan photos, all those different types of things. Mike loves to see different cars, wrapped in 49ers gear, motorcycles, whatnot. Man, show us pictures of your man caves, your women caves, all that type of stuff. Send those pictures to nbniners at nothingbutniners.com. All right. Another site we have our shop site, man. You guys can go there and get the apparel, man. Shop nbniners.com. Go ahead and get your fresh 49ers gear, man. We got fitteds, we got visor hats that we got up there. We got sweatpants, all that good stuff. So make sure you go ahead and get yourselves fitted for the summer, man. And we're about to bring you a show. Mike, what's going on, baby? Uh-oh. Mike got to unmute himself.
No, I'm good. I'm hoping that my wife ain't watching because I'm going to tell you all a little confession real quick. So the power is out at my house. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to stay, okay. But I'm hoping that I can stay on the road a little bit longer because it feels better in my car with the air conditioner than it does in the house with all those damn kids and that dog.
Why would you say that?
Get back home. I don't know, man. I'm just telling the truth. Hey, I'm just telling you the truth, man. I'm just telling you.
Now, Mike, before we kick off our show, man, we're going to bring on one of our great friends. We're going to bring in our boy Dre, man, at Fran49er. He's going to go ahead and introduce himself, man. I want him to promote his channel. We want to get him 100 subscribers on tonight, man. So if you don't mind, Mike looks like he's already cut out. So I'm not sure. He's stuck in the storm. So we're going to bring my boy Dre in, man. What's going on, baby?
Yo, what's happening, Wayne Breezy? What's going on,
man?
Bro?
You see, Mike is stuck right now. He's stuck in the moment. Look like he caught the flash. It's a real storm going on out there, man. It's crazy raining out here in Connecticut too, man.
That East Coast weather ain't no joke, bro. It's no joke, man.
It's real tricky, man. It's hurricane season. Summer's about to start. So man, make sure you keep Mike in your prayers out there, man. So what's going on,
bro?
Man? Listen, man, did a podcast with you earlier on your channel. It was probably one of the most, and fun, interesting, fulfillment things I've done all week, man. I truly appreciate for you having me on your show. I love the way you had your setup, your questions, everything, man. We had a cool Q&A. You had it mapped out, man. Tell everybody about your show, man. Tell everybody where they can find you and all that good stuff, man.
Yeah, man. Well, as everybody knows, man, I'm Dre Berry, Fran49er on Twitter. I started up a podcast with my partner. He's also named at Bronze on Twitter. The actual platform is named Niners All Day, so you could type that in. You could also type Dre Berry in when you go to YouTube, and you will see all of the clips and all of the podcast episodes that we've done. So what we do is we load up every podcast that we do on to Niners All Day. And then to follow up, just to try to get it out there a little bit more, I also load up those episodes and clips from the episodes onto my personal YouTube. So if you guys go to YouTube and you type in Niners All Day, or if you type in Dre Berry, everything will come up. And also if you scroll down, you will see the episode that me and Wayne Breezy just did today. I did one with Breezy. I did one with Grant Cohn a couple of days ago. And also, I have another one coming up this Saturday, and my special guest on this Saturday is Kyle Madsen. He is a writer for KMBR, also for CBS, and he has the Candlestick Chronicles podcast. So reached out to him, got him on, and I'm also working on somebody else by the name of Bryant Young. They used to play for the 49ers, man. So, we trying to push out a lot of content. This is one of the first places that I came to for 49ers content. And, I'm just trying to start something new, man. So, the faithful can have multiple places to go to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I definitely love that, man. It's always good to have good, factual, multiple sites for 49ers fans to go ahead and, be able to, spit their true feelings and things on how they feel, and we address the people. That's our job, right? Our job is to address them and how they feel, and you do a great job at it, man. And I truly appreciate you for always chiming in, always donating, always pinching it in. Now everybody, I need you guys to go ahead and subscribe to his channel. Look, I typed it down at the bottom. I think I spelled it right. It says Niners All Day. If I didn't, I will correct it. Make sure you subscribe to his channel on YouTube right now. We need to get him to 100 subs by the end of the night. I'm gonna bring Mike back in. He on the road. Mike, you there, baby?
Loud and clear right now, man. This reception is bad out here, bro. Man, it's bad out here. Dre, I hear Dre plugging the show and everything. They entertain him, man. Y'all make sure y'all check him out, man. Show him some love over there.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
man.
I appreciate that, Mike. How you doing today, bro?
I've been working hard, man. We got power outages in my area, and it's because I'm on call. Anytime somebody calls and says I need tanks, I gotta pick up and just go running. So it's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a long night, but I'm all right. It could be worse. All
right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so this is a fan interaction show. We got one of the greatest 40 and nothing but Niner fans on here already, so we're gonna let him rock with us right now. I'm hoping that Nick joins in at some point, because we definitely want to get the phone calls working. If not, we're going to have to figure out another way, because I definitely want to get fans on. But guys, if you start posting stuff or questions and things like that you want to see, just post right here in the chat. We'll pull them up. You know what I'm saying? Dre, your job is to look at the comments. I don't know if you can see them.
Yeah.
But your job is to look at the comments, and we're going to post things that we found, questions that we want to address to the fans. All right. And this is a good way for you to segue to your show as well. All right. So the first thing we got, hey, Joey, you didn't have a comment, but we thank you for the $1 donation, Joey49. We truly appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for your contribution. We definitely going to kick off the show in Niner Drag. Thank you so much for the contribution. He says, what up, guys? Congratulations to my man, Dre. I'll be over there on that cast. Do you think we have the formula? This is to you, Dre, to be the new winning franchise despite the coaches that leave Kyle year after year? This is a great question, because Dre asked me. So Dre, you're being asked the question. Now, talk about it.
Yeah, man. Me and Breezy talked about this earlier, and I actually made a video about it. As we know, Robert Saleh, he has been interviewed by the Cleveland Browns, right? This past season. And he didn't get the job, and that's luckily for us. And even though he didn't get the job, Al Woods left and he went to the Cleveland Browns. So we have to look forward to what are we going to do for a defensive coordinator after Robert Saleh leaves. I'm under the impression that, man, I like Chris Kaserik. The energy that he brings, the defense loves him. DJ Jones said his energy is like a squirrel on crack. That's a lot of energy. I just don't know how he would be as far as coordinating the defense. I feel like as long as we got Kyle Shanahan, man, we're okay. Kyle Shanahan, I think, is the best offensive mind in the league. People always talk about Andy Reid, but if you take Andy Reid with all of those weapons and then you bring him over to San Francisco, will he be able to do the same thing that Kyle Shanahan does with our guys? I don't think so. So with that being said, man, as long as we got Kyle Shanahan, I'm not worried about nothing, baby. As long as we got Kyle Shanahan.
All right. Now, Mike, I want to ask you the same question N9er Drag is asking. How do you think the coaches are going to fare, if we keep winning? Do you who leaves?
Yeah, there's gonna be guys that go. I mean, look, we had a 4-win season and we lost some coaches. It's not gonna be anything that the team can't handle. There's plenty of people out there that can help with Kyle Shanahan as far as on the offensive side of the ball. The defense is going to be very interesting to see. I'm not quite sure what will happen on the defensive side, but there are a lot of people in the building already that have been here for multiple seasons. So we saw some coaching changes this season with the wide receiver position, the DB coach changes this offseason. The team is going to keep pressing, man. It's football. If you draft the right talent and they're teachable guys, the team will be all right. I truly believe that. As long as you can get these guys convinced to play on the same page, everything will work out. And it's easy to do when people believe you have one of the best offenses in the league. If I'm a player and the 49ers are calling me and I'm like, hey, I'm going to go play with Kyle Shanahan's offense, I don't care what side of the ball I'm on. I'm going to be excited and I'm going to be 100% bought in. It's not like you're going to the Cleveland Browns. It's not the Browns. It's a team to be excited about. So, that's how I look at it.
All right, man. I'm going to bring my brother Tony in. Tony's in here, man. Hey, Tony, we want to ask you the same question, man. All right. So the question is, do you think we have the winning formula to be the new winning franchise despite the coaches that leave Kyle year after year? So do you think that we continue winning? Do we have the formula to continue winning even though we're losing coaches?
I do, because I think Kyle has a specific mindset when he searches and what he looks for in coaches. Pretty much it's Kyle's philosophy, and they all have to buy into his philosophy. With that being said, I definitely think Salah's gone at the end of this season. I don't know if you want to get into that, but I definitely think Salah's gone, and more than likely, I think he's either going to take McDaniels or LaFleur with him to be the play calling offensive coordinator.
No.
But I do think like we lost Scangarella and everyone was like, well, what are we going to do? Scangarella was, he was involved with the run, the passing game, and they brought in Shane Day. And honestly, I think, there wasn't a drop off, in my opinion. I honestly think Jimmy looked a little better with Shane Day.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's just what I think. By the way, before I go any further, Dre, congratulations on your new YouTube
I appreciate it, bro. I really appreciate it, bro.
I saw it the other day. I watched a little bit of it.
Thanks for supporting, bro.
Yeah, no problem.
Quick sidebar to that question that you just answered. Now, if you did you say who takes over if Salah leaves? Did you say who takes over for the defense side? Oh, he didn't. Okay, good.
No,
so Dre,
I didn't say.
I'm stealing Dre's question. So if Salah leaves, now Dre asked me, do you go internally or do you go externally for this position? And I would love to hear what you have to say about that.
I don't know. Something's telling me Kosaric for some strange reason.
Let's go.
I can't see him calling plays. Tony, come on, man. Come on.
Just think about it, all right? Kosaric's main thing is 100% pressure on the front, okay? The back end is the back end. It's the cover 3, it's a cover 2, it's a cover 4. So they're pretty much intact, but they know what they need to do. And if you have a solid DB coach working with Kosaric, like let's just say Woods didn't leave. I think Woods would be the defensive coordinator. But Woods left, so we added Odin. Odin's a reputable cornerback coach, man, a defensive back coach. He had Slay in Detroit, which, by the way, Martin Mayhew was there with him. I think Martin Mayhew drafted Slay. What he did with Miami, with Howard, the type of corner he made him in. And listen, this guy's a man press, man corner coach.
Talk about it. We talked about it.
If Salah leaves, maybe Kosaric gets the reins and he works Kosaric will worry about the front, and then he'll work with the back end with them, with him and Ryan. What's his name? The linebacker coach, Ryan.
DeMarco Ryans.
Yeah.
DeMarco.
And him. I mean, listen, I'll be honest with you, a sleeper. I would have cut out DeMeco Ryans.
Right. And I'm glad you mentioned him. Here's my take. I would love for Kocurek to be the defensive coordinator if the time permitted for, if that happened. I just don't think that's what he wants. So with that being said, you know how some guys just like to coach the defensive line. I know money talks though. Like I know the inflation of the salary talks and says whatever. I just feel like he could be more gritty when it comes to that, just his line guys. But with DeMarco Ryans and who's our DB coach, this might be a chance for them to step into that slot. I'm thinking. I don't know. Right now we got our boy Salah, so let's rock out this 2020 season and see how it happens. But that was just a hypothetical, man, because we know daggone well Salah's getting a head coaching job next season.
One sleeper for outside the organization is you have to watch the Atlanta Falcons situation.
Oh, so you think their head coach might be our defensive coordinator?
Yeah. It could be possible.
Mike Finn? Is that his name? Did I say his name right?
I'm drawing a blank. I forgot.
Isn't it Mike Finn?
No.
Who was the?
Hold on. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up right now, bro.
I thought his name was Mike Finn.
No,
my bad.
Why am I drawing?
Who's the head? Mike Smith.
Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn.
Hey, shit. If we can make that happen. Hey, I would.
There's several reasons why I threw him in there. Number one, he was the former defensive line assistant coach with the 49ers when Brian Young was there, like back in those days.
Mm-hmm.
He went to Seattle as a defensive coordinator, worked with Saleh. Now he became the head coach of Atlanta, which Kyle Shanahan was the offensive coordinator. So if he gets fired, that is the one guy I would say would be our defensive coordinator if they go outside. Only if they go outside.
Tony,
I like it.
Some bars.
It's
dropped some knowledge. I did not know Dan Quinn used to be with us.
Now, fans
years ago, man.
Now the fans would be probably appalled if that happened because now you're bringing in another Seahawk. They don't see him as the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. Tony, they see him as wasn't he the defensive coordinator of Seattle? Wasn't he? Yeah. And Saleh was under him, right? That's how they're seeing it. So, woo! But if it's the system, remember I said, Dre, earlier on your show, it has to fit what the players that we have if we're going to go external. It has to fit. All right, man. Yeah. We got another comment on contribution. Niner by Nature 88, man. Thank you for the contribution. He says to my man Dre, congratulations on the new channel. This is to Dre, then Tony, you can go ahead and answer it. Do y'all think, this is for all of us, do y'all think we sign Kittle? If so, how much? Or do we trade for multiple of first round picks? Now let's start with the first question. It's a 3-part question. So let's just go around the table. Do you think we sign Kittle? Let's go. Yes, no, or yes or no. Yeah, bam. Okay. Dre, you go first. Dre says yes. Tony?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. So that was my Stone Cold Kittle. Hell yeah. All right. Now, how much is the question? So I'm assuming you're going to have to give the years and then how much you think he's going to make, give the overall and the guarantee number and let them figure out the math.
Okay. So when I did the episode with Grant Cohn, he said that his agent turned down $14 million a year. That's what they started the preliminary talks with the 49ers, his agent. John Lynch already offered him $14 million a year. He turned it down. And they said it was far away. So I would say if you give Kittle $15 million a year, 4 years, $15 million a year, $60 million guaranteed 40, or not even guaranteed 40. Let's say a guaranteed 4 years, $60 million, 15 a year, a guaranteed 38. And I say that because if you want wide receiver one money, DeAndre Hopkins has guaranteed 36 and a half. He has 36.5 for 5 years. So basically, you're getting a year less, plus you're getting $1.5 million more than a wide receiver one. So I would say 4 years, $15 million a year, guaranteed 38, and it should be a done deal.
Okay, all right, that sounds fair. Tony, where are you on this?
Kittle's 26, right?
Oh, Tony, I wish you get the fuck out of my head sometimes. Yes, he's 26, Tony. Yes, he is 26.
So
I know where Tony's going all freaking ready. I love it.
all right. I said this in the previous show. Mike pretty much said, no. I'm going 5 years.
Yep.
And I'm going to give him 15 per, which is 75 million. And I'll guarantee 40 of it. And I'm going to tell you why. The reason why I'm going 5 years is because of the age. So if you do 4 years, you're bringing him at 30. I don't know when he turns 26. So if he turns 26 before the season, he would be 30 and looking for another payday.
Contract, yep.
So I'm gonna add the 5th year, which will bring him to 31, and then he'll be 32 in the season going for the new deal. And the reason why I'm guaranteeing 40, okay. I think they're gonna have to overpay a little bit, obviously, because of the type of player he is. I don't think they're gonna trade him, because if they do what they did with Buckner, they're gonna take the heat like there's no tomorrow.
That's a good. That was why that was a good question. Good.
I think that they can't trade Kittle, and I honestly don't think they have any intentions. I don't even think they're talking about trading Kittle. I think Kittle's a big piece of this offense. Screw the passing game. Just look at his run blocking, and look at it when he sets himself in motion. Kyle sends him in motion. That whole defense adjusts. Like, you'll see the safety shift, the linebacker shift. The eyes are on him. And now they drafted this kid Warner to take the load off of the blocking on him and make Warner the blocker, and then take advantage of him and playing, running routes in the pass game. But here's the thing. He has a torn labrum, and he's not getting surgery on it. So I think the team could kind of use that against him. We'll give you what you want, but you need to get that fixed. You don't want to get it fixed? This is our number. This is our guarantee. This is our contract length. So I would give him the $40 million guaranteed. I like him. He brings intensity to that offense. He's a great locker room guy. Screw all on the field shit. The off the field, my first time I ever went to Levi Stadium, he shook my hand, gave me a hug, took a picture with me, signed the helmet, signed the program, hugged my wife. I mean, I shouldn't say that, but I mean, he was very nice. So he's a great guy. He was signing stuff for about 45 minutes. And he signed everybody's things before he left. He made sure, especially with the little kids. So with that being said, I think he deserves it. He's a team leader. He's a focal point of his offense, and that's why I did that deal. 5 years, $15 million per, with 40 guaranteed.
Awesome. That's a great deal. Now I'm trying to work out my deal, right? Because I'm also in the 5-year category, right?
But wait, before you go on, I just think that the holdup right now is the way Parag is trying to structure this contract.
You talked about that, but hold that thought, because I want you to bring that up. I definitely want you. Matter of fact, go ahead and talk about that.
I think it's because our team, the 49ers strategy of structuring contracts is very unorthodox. It's like they protect themselves in these deals. Like with Jimmy Garoppolo, his first year on that extension, he got paid almost $40 million. Why? Because they had ample amount of cap space, and they had to spend the money, because if they didn't, they would get penalized. So now, because he got that large chunk of change up front, that allowed him to say, okay, well, we'll give you this, but then guess what? I have a team option after this year, after this year, after this year, and after this year. So we can pull the plug on him at any time. I'm not saying they are, but when they structure their contracts, they protect themselves to, if not little to minimum, dead cap. Perfect example. I'm not saying this is going to happen. 2021, D Ford's scheduled to make $17.5 million on the cap. He has a dead cap hit of $1.5 million. So basically, what they structured this deal as a 2-year deal, and then everything on the back end they can walk from with minimal hits as far as finances.
So I'm trying to work out these numbers, and I'm trying. I want to know I know that you said that they talked about the 14 million and the number being way off, but I want to know what was guaranteed. You get
I
what I'm
will never
saying?
say that.
Right, and that's my point.
Yeah.
Because that's my point because I got a contract that I would throw out here, and I know this is probably it sounds really ridiculously high, right? Because I think there's only one player right now that's got a fully guaranteed contract playing in the NFL. He plays for the Vikings, right? What if they gave George Kittle and see Mike talked about this, and this was his number. You know, Mike was like, I think he said a 6-year contract, 85% guaranteed. I'm thinking of a 5-year contract. With the number being up there at like 85 million and like
bro.
80, but listen, I'm not all of it's not guaranteed though. So now you're guaranteeing like about 80% of that contract, which gives him hit that number at which is going to bring it to like 14 million. So that's my question is I wonder what the guarantee number is. I don't think we need to worry about the big number here, say, because the cap keeps going up every year. So we're talking about paying him $85 million or $90 million or whatnot as a total if he makes it to the 5th year. You get what I'm saying? But if you're only giving him a certain percentage of that contract, he's not getting the whole 94 million or 90 million or 80 million. What, Tony?
Here's the deal. If this COVID didn't come around, I would be right on cue with you. But the problem is they're talking about this cap going down next year.
Okay.
Not going up because the whole revenue, like, you know, is there games?
The TV sales. Yeah.
I think they're going to make a ton of money off the TV because obviously if you're not allowed to go to the stadium, you can make money off the TV. But this is what I'm saying is the owners are going to get hurt.
But isn't that where the player bonus, money goes up because of TV contracts?
I have one thing. So on the 12th of this past month, they released an article. If you can look it up, the NFL extended its credit to every franchise in the NFL from 350 million to 500 million. So I don't. $150 million. Yeah, so it's like there's going to be help there. You know what I mean? I think that's going to make up for the cost the cost and effect of the COVID. That's specifically what it was made for. Yeah, is to help the cause and effect of that. So if anybody wants to go look that article up, you can look it up. The NFL extends the credit to the NFL franchises.
I don't know.
That's bro. They extended the credit. So
now is that credit for salary cap purposes or operations purposes?
To like pay
now you just stumped me because I don't know exactly what the parameters of it was, but what I read was it's gonna help if salary cap goes down, depending upon if there's fans coming or
so it's basically like an insurance policy to cover the cap to cover
basically. Yeah.
Yeah, man, like there's so many things to talk about with the cap, and then you got, you know, you want to extend Kittle. This is it. This is his last year. If not, he's going to enter free agency, and then God knows what happens there. So you want to try to get this deal done. Tony says, if I'm not mistaken, Tony, you said it gets done. A deal gets done, and that's why Tony brought up the fact that I think the issue with the contract was something about the wording. Like it's something with wording and the contract didn't sit right with the lawyers, and I think they find out a way to get it done. And here's the thing, guys. I know players can be replaced. We all agree to that, right? But we're talking about a guy that came in as a 5th round draft pick and just legitimately like outshined the whole NFL. I feel like that's a special player that sometimes you don't want to replace special players. And I can't remember them, and I know the money is way different, and I know they're out there in 2 different leagues. We're just talking about being special. I don't remember them ever trying to replace Jerry Rice, and I'm not comparing the two. I just don't remember them ever trying to replace a Jerry Rice because he was something special, and he made everybody, all the quarterbacks work in this system. Like he made Joe Montana work, he made Steve Young work, he made Jeff Garcia. Like he not Jeff Garcia, but he made them all work. Like you get what I'm saying? Like I think Kittle was that type of player that could make any. He was making Brian Hoyer work. What's this guy? The guy he got drafted. I can't remember his name. He was making him work.
CJ Beathard,
Nick Mullins. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he's a special player, and I know I'm freaking animated about it. I just think they do what they have to do to find a way to get this guy signed, man. Hey, Dre, you got another contribution in here, man. So shout out to you, Dre, for my man Niner Vega.
Holy crap.
Congrats, Dre.
Oh, man.
Congrats, Dre. I'm all for signing Kittle, but if Trent balls out this year, do we lose him by signing Kittle? I want to keep
No. This is the thing. This is something else that me and Breezy talked about. So we have $49,850,000 in salary cap next year. Also, Solomon Thomas, we waived his 5th-year option, so that's an extra $12 million. So you add that on, that's $61 million. We're gonna have plenty enough money, guys. Like, I keep on seeing the D Ford and Quan Alexander. No, those are pieces that we need on our defense.
Right,
I think people don't understand.
That's what they're rolling over. That's not without if the cap if this COVID wasn't here and this cap went up naturally, like on its own, it would be that plus the increase.
Holy shit.
So that's even more money, right, Tony? Am I understanding?
Oh yeah, the new CBA. You're right, bro.
Yeah. So,
man.
But the downside of that is, like, we have 61, but we'll say we have like 65, just hypothetically, just to prove this point.
Okay.
Your whole secondary is a free agent.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
minus minus 3 players, correct?
Yeah. So that's
one starter. I'm sorry. Yep.
And now your left tackle is going to be a free agent. But I honestly think a deal gets done with Trent Williams before even free agency starts next year. I agree too. Because listen, this guy went through hell in Washington. I mean, it is what it is. They mishandled him. You can't be mad at him. All right. He turned down a lucrative contract to go to Minnesota, and
you're 100% correct.
The Redskins were getting more compensation in return to go to San Francisco, where he wanted to go. He got his way for a lesser return. And the 49ers did the right thing. He didn't make money last year. So what they do, they reworded his contract. They gave him the cash up front.
Gave him
the physical.
Yep.
Now, this is the class act of this organization, the way they run, the way they've been ran over the years, minus a year or two. But that's the way they run. So, but I mean, my honest opinion, Kittle's not stepping on the field without a new deal. That's just my honest opinion.
Yeah, I kind of get
so
that.
That's from why I think it's going to get done.
You know what, Tony? I just don't see it, bro. I just don't see it, man. Kittle, he loves this game so much, bro. I guarantee you, when it comes push to shove, he'll tell his agent to shut up and get the deal done because I'm playing.
But hear me out, Dre. He won't tell his wife to shut the F up. And see, that's the difference maker, right there.
What did his wife say?
That's my point. His wife could come and say, "Hey, baby, you know what? Look, man, I know you're great and everything, but you're only making like $300,000. Like, this ain't going to work." Like, you get what I'm saying? Not that it's money hungry or whatnot, but we're talking about securing players in their future. My point is, he has a wife. They have a future. They're gonna need to do. I went back and watched the Kittle interview that the Nothing But Niners guys did, Mike and Nick, that they did, man. And this dude was living out of a hotel at that time. I guarantee you, he's not living out of a hotel with a roommate right now. He's married, and what if kids set in? Like, you got to think about stuff like that, and the agent. So, like, listen, got to secure your bag. God forbid, George Kittle. I'm the agent now. God forbid you go out there and break a kneecap. And now you can't get a contract. So I get where Tony's coming from, saying that.
I don't think it's going to be Kittle. I think it's going to be his agent that's going to say that.
Either way, but think about it. All right, Dre, you superstar, right? You playing on the last year. You making $200,000, $250,000 this year. How much do 5th round draft picks make, Tony? Like $1? Like, they don't make a lot.
No, they're probably about I don't know what they make, to be honest.
What was you about to say, Tony? Say it. Just give me a guess.
I think they're about between $400,000 and $500,000.
All right. So I mean,
yeah, but Kittle, but I guarantee you, Kittle's gonna make like $2 or $3 million this year. I know he has a bonus. I know he has incentives. Like,
does he?
It's not like
that's a rookie contract,
bro.
You're right.
But bro, he's all pro and he made it to the Pro Bowl, bro. He broke a record in the NFL, bro.
Yeah, bro. Bonuses.
But how do we know?
How
did the guy that came in as a 5th round draft pick get incentive bonus? You mean these were added after the contract? That can happen?
Yeah, it's performance bonus.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Snaps percentage played. And
I didn't know they can add those addendums after a contract was already made and signed.
Yeah, and
go ahead.
Go ahead. My bad, Tony.
He's not even the highest paid tight end on this roster right now, base salary.
Mm-hmm.
You know who it is?
It's Garrett Selleck.
No, Garrett Selleck retired.
I thought it was dead money. My bad.
No. His base salary, no incentives. An undrafted free agent, Dwelly, is being
paid.
No
way.
Yep.
So George Kittle makes most of his money
base salary.
Yeah, but George Kittle makes
without incentive.
Right. George Kittle makes the majority of his money off of his incentives,
which I think is like I think he's on the books for 2.25 or 2.
That's a cold shot. Hey, bro, this is the thing, bro. Like, why wouldn't Kittle and his agent just understand? Like, you know, we have 15 million left in cap space. We still have to sign our rookie free agents. You're going to get your money, bro. This is why I just don't understand it. Like, Kittle, you're going to. Do you know how much money we have in cap space next year?
It's not guaranteed, bro. That's my point, Dre. Anything can happen. Anything can happen, bro. Like you selling me,
but I still think that we're the team that we're look.
I agree.
The Rams knew that Todd Gurley had those knee problems, bro, and they still paid him. We're not going to do him like the Celtics did Isaiah Thomas. And I'm not trying to go at your Celtics.
We're not going to bring up my Celtics right now, bro, because y'all not going to be having AD next season, so you better enjoy it for these next 30 days.
Oh, he's coming back, bro.
No, but listen to what I'm saying, though, Dre. All right, listen. It's nothing's guaranteed, right? Nothing's promised tomorrow, right? If he don't get his contract right now, right, and God forbid something happens, you're telling me the 49ers are going to be willing to pay him later, and this cat can't even step on the field to perform? Now this is his agent talking. Now he shot all of his chances down when right now is the time he needs to go ahead and try to work this extension and get what he needs. Right? I'm thinking that's what they're trying to do.
I mean,
I'm gonna bring in Mike.
Okay.
It's
like, man, you had 14 million in a year. You had like what I don't understand is like George, 14 million a year is $3.5 million more than any other tight end is making, and one of them is tagged. Austin Hooper got 40 million, but only 19 of it is guaranteed. I know for sure that they offered him at least like 35 million guaranteed with 14 a year. I know for sure. I didn't ask Grant what the guarantee was because I was just happy that I was getting this info while I was interviewing him. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't trying to push or pry too much. I just let him tell me what he wanted to tell me. But like, I think I maybe should have asked like what was the guaranteed money, but I didn't get that far. I just got that we offered him 14 million a year and he turned it down.
Just real quick, I just Googled it. George Kittle's salary for 2020 is 2.133, and it rose to 2.133 via the league's proven performance escalator. So it's not an option by the team; it's an option by
the league.
The league, a performance bonus from the league.
Right.
That's not bad. That's not bad for.
So it's not like he's broke. Yeah, it's not like he's broke. And if Emmanuel Mosley got a $700,000 bonus for going to the Super Bowl, so just imagine what Kittle's was. I know it was $1 million at least.
Guys, man, we talking about we can't ever measure a person's money, man. Like we can't do that. Like I know for me, I'd have took $700,000 to shut the F up, but everybody's different, man. And I just feel like Kittle has proven himself in a five times in a way. Like I called him on our last show, Dre. I said that George Kittle is what we call in the NBA a 5-tool player. If you want to explain that to the fans, they might not understand what that means, but that's what he is on this team, meaning that he's gonna get super max. Like he's gonna get it, and we're gonna have to just say, okay. I don't understand why the NFL fan base gets so upset when they got to pay a player like mad money. Why is it overpaid? Who the cares? He produces overpay. He overplays. Like, pay this guy. But in the NBA, oh yeah, Supermax, $295 million. Pay that cat. Like, go ahead. Yeah, and a money guaranteed. Like, it's way different. We're talking about this guy getting maybe 40% of a contract, and we're upset. I just think we pay him. We're gonna bring in Mike. Ask what Mike thinks. Mike, we're talking about George Kittle and his contract. Take your mic off of mute, bro. State your bid.
Yeah, I just want to comment on the last thing you said. I know exactly why fans get upset when you have to overpay a player, because then you end up losing other good pieces. NFL is not like the NBA. You can have one really good player on the court in the NBA with 4 okay guys, and y'all can make a playoff push. That don't work like that in the NFL.
That was only Chicago and the Bulls. That don't happen in today's NBA. They need 3 superstars on one team to make it to the playoffs.
No. You need 3 superstars on one team to make it to the finals.
To the playoffs.
Or even to the conference championship. The Hornets are on the verge of making. They miss the playoffs every year by 3 games, and the Hornets haven't had anybody good. And that's my team.
The Wizards got Bradley Beal, and they barely make it. And come on, man, come on, Mike, come on,
Breeze, bro. It's only like you could only have 14 active players on the NBA roster. We're talking about an NFL roster that has to have now 55 guys.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
It's more money made though as a business. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
but the salary cap.
That's a whole nother show, man. That salary cap is trash. That salary cap is trash. All right, man. Let's get to this contribution. Sean, thank you for the contribution. Let's get Kittle's agent fired and talk to his wife. We're gonna try to do that on our next show. All right. My man J Dog. As much as I hate to say it, I think Dallas will be tough with CeeDee Lamb and the 2 young corners, and then it'll be tougher to get to the Super Bowl. Saints and Seahawks are right there. This is a dope. Thank you for the contribution again, my brother. But I like this right here because ain't not one of us on here think what you thinking. I'm just playing. All right, so everybody's gonna talk, man. Mike, you go first because you in the ride.
I had us struggling against the Cowboys during our prediction show. I might have had that as a loss. I can't remember. Remember, I was looking for losses at that point.
I think you did have that as a loss.
So I like what he's saying. The Saints, I'm not worried about, and it has nothing to do with what happened today. But I just feel like the Niners always find a way to have the Saints number. I just feel like that's just something that happens. And what was the other team? The Seahawks, he said?
Yeah.
When it comes to the Seahawks, they're always going to be competitive. If there is one position that you want to overpay and give your team a chance, despite the talent around it, it's the quarterback. And the Seahawks have a top 3 quarterback in the NFL. But I think that the 49ers are too good on both sides of the ball. I can't see anybody being a hazard to us in the postseason. I mean, let me clarify. In the postseason.
I like that. Dre, then Tony.
Okay. This is the thing that people don't realize with the Dallas Cowboys, right? So they lost Byron, right? He went to the Dolphins, right? They have 2 rookie cornerbacks. Also, they lost a Pro Bowl future Hall of Fame center. Do you know who their backup center is right now?
Our guy.
Joe Looney, who used to play for us. He's trash.
Burger trash.
Do you know what DJ Jones and Javon Kinlaw is going to do to that guy? Like, are you serious? Then on their edge, they lost Robert Quinn. They don't have no more Michael Bennett. They don't have Michael Hyder. Michael Hyder is with us right now. You know who they have? They have Randy Gregory, the dude who can't stop smoking weed, and he's been out of the league for 2 years. And then they have Alden Smith, the guy who's been out of the league for 4 years, going on 5 years. So what does their edge look like? Lawrence, DeMarcus Lawrence, that clown, he got paid $90 million. He ain't been the same since. He looked like the Jadeveon Clowney last year. I'm telling you guys this. We are going to shred that defense, bro. And as far as when it comes to Zeke running the ball, man, we got Javon Kinlaw and DJ Jones now, bro. I'm really not too worried about those guys, bro. I'm not too worried. Amari Cooper, I seen him quit three games last year against the Jets, against the Patriots, and against the Eagles. He literally took himself out of the game against the Pats. He took himself out of the game. Like, he didn't want to play no more. He had 0 receptions in 2 games last year. Like, I just don't see it. I don't see it. We're gonna beat the dog. We're gonna beat them by at least 10 points.
Okay, Tony.
That's how I feel.
I think I don't know, man. I think it's going to be a tough matchup for us. I really do. I think they got a lot of weapons on offense. It's just a question of whether or not Dak can get the ball to them. They got a better coach, a better play caller. The defense, I mean, they're very, very young in that secondary, but they are talented. Two guys that I liked coming out in the draft. But like you said, Lawrence, I don't even think he had 2 sacks last year, if he had any. And I loved Aldon Smith when he was drafted, but 4 years out of the league, what are you gonna do? You got to prove it. So they are a talented team. We're playing them in Dallas, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Sunday night.
Mm-hmm. That's the only thing that bothers me.
Yeah.
Sunday night.
That's the only thing that bothers me.
Prime time. It's gonna be an interesting game. I think they're going to be a tough challenge to us. The Saints, we always play tight. And it always seems like we're always playing New Orleans in the Dome. We never play them at home. So thanks to the NFL. And Seattle, a division game. Division games are always tough. So, you brought up 3 good teams. And listen, I don't know. I just think Kyle might get the upper hand on that matchup.
I think we sweep Seattle this year and split with the Cardinals.
Really?
That's what's up. I don't think that we sweep Seattle. I know we beat them at home last year. I don't think we beat them at home this year, but at home toward the end of the season, we smoked them mother suckers, yo. So I think we split with Seattle and Arizona. But just to address my man J Dog's question, you know what? I'm not gonna come out here and say Dallas is a slouch. I know that we don't like Dallas. But I will say this. There's one thing I know that Dallas can do, and they could put up some points, and their quarterback could put up some yards. How do I know? Because he led the NFL. Like he was second in yards or first in yards or whatnot. So they can get the ball out of there. Dre, you did mention a great point. They did lose their center, their Pro Bowl center at that, not just a regular center.
8-time
right.
Pro Bowler.
So that might have them slipping. Plus, Dak ain't got a contract yet. He's playing on a franchise tag. So who knows what that's going to be like. But there's something that my man Mike always says, man. It's going to be like week 15. And they're probably going to be fine-tuned and trying to run for a playoff berth as well. They're probably going to be in sync and things whatnot. We do have to look out for CeeDee Lamb. He is somebody we haven't seen yet play in the NFL. I'm not saying he doesn't translate well to the NFL, but we don't know yet. We will find out. With coverage doubled now on Amari Cooper because they still have Michael Gallup, and he catches big plays as well. Lamb is probably going to be their slot guy to start out with, so he's going to be tough to cover. But I like our secondary, man. What can I say? I like our secondary. I think we get the win. That's not one of the losses that I had going into the 2020 season. I think we do pull out a win in Dallas. Probably look around the 10-point mark that you said. The Saints game is going to come down to a field goal. I'm sorry, that game's never going to be a blowout. You get that out of your minds. It's just the way it is. And finally, and the Seattle Seahawks game is always going to be close. It's never going to be a lopsided game. The 49ers the 49ers always played them where it was close. It's just that they couldn't find a way to capitalize to get the win. They lost once last season. They figured it out this season. And I think that it's just going to be a split when you're playing a guy like Russell Wilson. He's just like, you know how we feel like when we play Aaron Rodgers, like which Aaron Rodgers are we going to get? Right. It's like that with Russell Wilson. It's just that Russell Wilson is younger. So, you're always still going to get that vibrant Russell Wilson. Aaron Rodgers, you're just like, man, please don't let him come out and connect that first pass. Because if we don't make that first pass, we got him. We got him in the bag. But if he makes the first pass, he got confidence. Yeah, it's going to be tough, man. But again, I think we beat all 3 of these teams. We beat the Saints, Seahawks at least once. I think we pulled the Saints victory out, and I think we pull out the win in Dallas, man. Breezy said, ask Mike, do he want a rematch? Mike must have got beat in Madden. So I'm gonna post this up here so Mike can see this. I know Mike is not here right now, so he's probably reading your chats, your comments. So Shelton Wadsworth Jr. wants to know if you want a rematch. Shelton, if you man enough You know, I'm calling you out, so, and I'm looking at my microphone, but I'm calling you out. If you man enough, post the score. Don't post pictures. Don't post anything. Just post the score. All right. Just post that score. All right, man. So yeah, man. Look, we just wanted to talk to the fans out there today, man. Dre, I want to thank you for coming on. We're not going to be here much
Yeah,
longer.
man.
This was a great show, man. Dre, you definitely rocked it. Your show was definitely on and popping. Niners all day. Guys, I don't know. Dre, I want you to go check your subs real quick while you're online because people said they're subscribing. Let's prove them. Let's see if they lying to us or whatnot while we check this contribution from my man Sean.
All right.
The last time Dallas has been relevant is in the 90s. That is correct. He says, you know what I like about Dallas, Green Bay. I don't even know how to say the Green Bay. He talking about the Aints, the Lambs, and the Sea Pigeons. Absolutely nothing. Come on, wearing blocks of cheese as a fan. Yo, did you change your backdrop to be green and yellow like the cheese on purpose? I'm just curious, Sean, because I'm trying not trying. I'm trying not to wake Kanan on tonight. All right, so listen.
Oh God, no.
I'm trying not to, man. I'm trying to keep my voice nice and toned. I'm not yelling or things like that. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to my man Sean, man. I hope things are going all right. I do know you said that they were rioting and looting really close to your home, so we're definitely praying for you, making sure that you and your family are safe. And please stay safe, man. If you gotta stay in the house, please stay in the house, man. All right, man. So what's going on, Dre, with your channel?
My personal channel, Dre Berry, it's up to 78 subscribers right now.
Okay.
I think I was at and then my Niners all day is up to 65, man. So you know what I'm saying? The thing I like about YouTube is like you can't force anybody to subscribe and check out your content. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if I got one subscriber, you know what I'm saying? Just to be able to get my voice out there and have the opportunity to come on Nothing But Niners, and it's always hundreds of people in here, bro. I've been in here where it's like 600-700 people, you know what I'm saying? So just to be able to get my face in front of the people and talk some 49ers football, that's an honor for me, bro. I really can't complain. We are doing a giveaway when we get to a certain number of subscribers. We have a Ronnie Lott action figure. It's a classic. It's been in the box for a long time. We're gonna give that away. We might be doing some jerseys and some other fun stuff like that, man. So, like I said, man, Dre Berry on YouTube, Niners All Day on YouTube, Fran 49er, and also, man, my partner, he's the media guy. He makes all of this shit happen. If it's not for him, he's also Bronze on Twitter. It's BRAWNZ. Man, he makes this shit happen. I'm just a voice, really, you know what I'm saying? As far as all of the graphics and all that good shit, he does all of that, man. So I appreciate you guys for letting me come on, Breezy, bro.
Yes,
I'm gonna be back. You know what I'm saying? Every time y'all on, I'm gonna support y'all just like y'all support me. Tony, I appreciate it, bro. I'll tap in with you guys a little bit later.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you, bro.
All right,
One
bro.
love.
No
all
doubt.
right, man.
One doubt.
So Tony, man, I want to end on a high note. I know there's a lot of stuff going on. You being a police officer and whatnot, you don't know how much my prayers go out to you and the safety of you every single day, your family. Make sure you guys are all safe. I know all this stuff is going on, and I don't want to end the show where we bringing everybody down, but I do want to end the show on saying that, listen, guys, we here at Nothing But Niners, I know speaking for myself, man, it's all about love. And I'm going to do all I can to promote nothing but love and kindness on my personal pages because that's who I am. You know, I might post stuff that I just don't agree with or I see or I want to make people aware of, but I just want you to know that I love each and every single one of you guys out there. I love each and every single one of my Nothing But Niners family. I love each and every one of the just God's people, period, in general, man. And if we could find a way to promote love and more love, I think that is the ultimate goal because that's the only way we're going to be able to break anything or to get anybody's attention out there, Tony. So if there's anything you want to say to the people out there, please take this time, use this platform, do your thing, and then we're going to go ahead and get up out of here, man.
Yeah, listen, we're doing this basically for like a lot of positivity, you know, to get people out of like whatever's going on, focus on positive stuff. I like, you know, Wayne said what I do for a living. not everyone's bad. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, there's millions and millions of police officers out there, and I can promise you, yeah, that wasn't good. Okay, and I'll be the first to tell you. And it's not don't think every cop is like that, because they're not. And I can tell you specifically for me, and I can tell you for all the guys that I work with. You know, stuff happens, and you know, it's just that not everyone is bad. That's all I'm gonna say. And you know, we're here to make everybody happy, positive, take your minds off the negativity between the government, the media, the coronavirus, the this, the that. You know, this country's in a very, very, very tough time right now, and it's very sad, especially for a guy. You know, I have 2 young kids. Wayne has kids. Mike has kids, and you know, it's very nerve-wracking for us to say, what the hell is it going to be like when these kids get older?
Oh my gosh.
You know, we're not going to be here forever. They're going to be here when we're gone. So, like, just like when my dad left the earth, I'm still here. So, you know, it's you just got to stay positive. You got to get through the negativity, and that's it, man. That's all you can do is just have faith and stay positive. That's it.
Key words, man. Faith and positivity. And I'm gonna tell you right now that we're gonna make it, yo. In the words of the locks, we gonna make it. I can guarantee that. I can guarantee you that we, as a family, we are all one. We are going to make it. It should never ever take the act of terrorism to bring us together as one family. I will never forget the day of 9/11. I will never forget that. I would never forget that whole tragedy that happened, to where I saw a country say F this and F that. We are one. I'm helping you. We're going to get back to that. I believe that's what's happening. And sometimes we got to go through the fire to refine and get that shining diamond, man. That's how you make diamonds, right? We're 49ers. That's how you make gold, right? You got to put it through the fire and refine it and all that good stuff. This is why the 49ers are the greatest franchise in NFL history. And we want to thank you guys for tuning in. I'm sorry that the show is an hour. You know, I like power hours. I never like to go over that hour mark. But and for Tony, now you can get to bed because I know you got to go to work in the morning. But
no, I'm off. Actually, I'm not supposed to work, but my phone's right here, so.
Oh, so they could call you in. Got you. So listen, man, we truly appreciate each and every one of you, man. Make sure you follow my man Tony. Hold on, let me take all this stuff off right now. Oh man, I know the world is heavy, man, but we got it. We got to figure out some stuff, man, because it's just it's just the world. The world is heavy, Tony. The world is heavy, bro. Make sure you follow my man Tony at NJ9erFan499. If you're not already following me, give me a follow, please. I know I'm losing followers, but I'm gaining better followers. How does that sound? Because I've lost some and then I've gained better ones. And I love to interact with you. I ain't that type of person say follow me and I don't talk to you. So that's just who I am. We have one more from my wonderful love, Miss Cinnamon Kiss. Thank you so much for the contribution. Listen, we love you. I ain't forget about that Benz. I know you already probably sold it. But it's a little bit tough right now. What's going on? So I ain't forget about you, sweetheart. But thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, we're gonna get on up out of here. So let's prepare for glory.
Anticipate pain.
But always, and I mean always, in anything that you do, remain faithful, guys. We out, man. Nothing but Niners. Peace.